I don't think that you wanted anybody to get hurt.
Y'all got me booked for murder.
Because you're using wordplay and that's not
I
what
told you
we're
I had to
here
believe.
for, so-
You're not listening. Martisha, you're not listening.
I mean, what more do you want me to say?
But if
you want me to say, yeah, I know she did it. Yeah, I think she did it.
This is Jasmine Webb, Doug Heath, and Martisha Johnson. This ruthless trio has two things in common. They're in a three-way relationship, and all three are denying their involvement in the murder of an innocent man. Little do they know, investigators have compiled a mountain of evidence placing them at the scene, including eyewitness accounts, cell phone records, and surveillance footage.
But it all comes back to your truck, your phone, your description, your all this stuff. You're there.
Now, these three will do anything they can to avoid the truth, even though detectives have clocked their lies from a mile away.
He doesn't have it anymore.
He had it on Monday. I got it on video.
The way you have represented yourself and the way you have wasted your time and the way you've wasted mine leads me to believe that you have additional involvement in this incident. Are you ready to go down, or do you want to drag everybody down with you?
A little after 7:30 p.m. on May 17, 2021, law enforcement in Ocala, Florida, received multiple panicked 911 calls reporting a shooting in the northwestern part of the city.
All we know is a man was shooting out of a black pickup truck. He passed by here shooting, and I heard somebody down the road saying somebody is dead.
Emergency service responders reached the scene and found 44-year-old Tyrone Blocker lying face down. He'd been shot once in the arm and chest and was declared dead at the scene. Tyrone was a respiratory therapist and a father to 5 children. He'd been in the area to attend a barbecue at his friend's house. Witnesses were in shock. Tyrone was known as a positive and respectable community member. His friends and family could find no reason why he would be targeted. But while Tyrone had no enemies, the same couldn't be said for his friend, Derek Williams, also known as Smoke. Smoke had been standing beside Tyrone during the shooting, and many people, including Smoke himself, suspected that he was the shooter's true target. Smoke has been embroiled in drama between a woman named Jasmine Webb and her on-again, off-again boyfriend, Doug Heath. The two men had been exchanging tense messages and phone calls that same day. Smoke and other witnesses claimed they had seen Jasmine driving the black Nissan Titan involved in the shooting. Others saw a black man with a beard in the passenger seat. Investigators quickly received intel that not only did Doug and Jasmine own a black Nissan Titan, but Doug also matched the description of the man in the truck. And things only got more complicated when they looked into the couple's background, because there was a third participant in Doug and Jasmine's relationship, a woman named Martisha Johnson. And detectives had reason to suspect that Martisha was also involved in the shooting. Once they get this trio into the interrogation room, things are only going to get messier, because all three suspects are going to deny any involvement in the crime, despite being implicated by significant circumstantial evidence, surveillance footage, and witness testimony from multiple people, including their own children. Watch as these three suspects deny, deflect, and stonewall detectives at every turn and fail to convince anyone, including themselves. The first suspect to be brought in is 30-year-old Martisha Johnson, a middle school teacher and mother of 4. She and the lead detective seem to have a friendly rapport, but that ends quickly once he gets to the issue at hand.
You're not going to mace me when I come in here?
No.
Okay.
What is this?
I didn't do that.
Chocolate. They locked me in the room. Oh no. Where's the camera?
You got to understand the reason we're here is because an investigation was started on Monday and it hasn't stopped, okay? And it's been very productive. Today is Thursday. Okay, Thursday. So we have been working virtually around the clock since Monday, okay? And that's kind of why, you know, all the people were around your house earlier, all this thing. You saw us, and you kind of, so with that, being equipped with that, it's like, I'm going to say you kind of expected us to come at some point. And maybe there was even a part of you that was hoping we'd come, so you'd be able to kind of tell your side and maybe clear things up?
No.
This is the first sign that the detective's friendly approach is going to be met with a cold shoulder. It appears Martisha might not be as cooperative as he was hoping for.
So you mean to tell me you were hoping that I would never show up?
I was not hoping anything. I just, like you said, heard what people said.
Okay.
And then I happened to go outside. I'm like, I've been here for years on years on years. Nobody does that.
Right. Okay, so just your observations you saw and you kind of figured out like something's up.
Yeah.
So we didn't do a very good job of hiding and all that.
Absolutely not.
And then you figured it out pretty quickly. So I would say that, I mean, you've already made some statements. I think you're very tuned in to people's body language. I think you're very observant. Clearly, you knew we were there. I think you probably can sum up a situation very quickly. Is that a fair assessment?
I look at things and I try to make the best sense out of it, of the black and white.
Okay. So, given just the gravity of the situation, okay, the fact that we're here at a police station, you have not had handcuffs put on you, okay? I have not told you at any point that you're under arrest, all that stuff, okay? I do want to equip you with your constitutional rights, just so you know, okay? So we're on the same page before we get to talking about criminal activity, not necessarily on your behalf, okay, but on the behalf of others, maybe on your behalf, I don't know, okay?
The detective shoots through her Miranda rights, eager to get to the matter at hand.
Do you understand each of those?
Yes.
Okay, and as we discussed earlier, you're very well educated. You said USF and Liberty. Talked about maybe walking on at USF track before. Then life happens, and then you had a blessing, and then another blessing, and then another blessing, and then another blessing, okay? But I would hope that sitting here, you probably wouldn't change anything for the world. You probably have, my guess is, just based on my interaction with you, you probably have very beautiful children who are just little rays of sunshine. Your children, they mean the world to you, right? You would do anything in your power to protect them, okay? Was it kind of upsetting when DCF showed up today?
It was upsetting the fact that they wouldn't tell me why.
Right, they were kind of being evasive and not, and once, like we discussed, you're very inquisitive, you want to know, like you'd rather be confronted with facts and then allow me to like work with that.
Yeah.
Okay?
Martisha knows her 4 children have been taken in by the Department of Children and Families. What she doesn't know is that they've also been questioned by police, and they've given statements that appear to implicate their mother in a crime.
So you don't want me dancing around here, whatever, okay? So, I mean, I'll be straight up. There's a murder that occurred in Alachua County, okay? We have reason to believe that you and your vehicle were in the area. And we have that reason to believe because that's what people are saying. That's what some of the electronic information is telling us. And I told you before, when we get equipped with that information, there's only like certain types of people that are in the area of a crime scene, right? We got suspects, we got victims, we got witnesses. In this case, it's pretty apparent, okay, who the victim is. He's no longer with us. He is dead. He's gone on to whatever you believe, if there's an afterlife, not whatever. He's no longer breathing, okay? His life effectively ended Monday evening by no doing of his own, okay? And what we're trying to do is try to work backwards and determine what occurred, why it occurred. You know, is there more to it than meets the eye? I mean, are people that are coming forward, are they being honest with us? Are they misleading us, trying to put more on your plate than needs to be on your plate? But I'm telling you, information we have places you there. So if you'd like to talk about that, I'd love to hear everything from your...
I would like to see it.
You would like to see the information that puts you there? Okay. Did I explain to you earlier, like surveillance cameras and all that stuff and license plate recognition? Okay. Okay. So that is some of it, and we can get to a point in this interview where I hope that I can show that to you. But I would like if at all possible, to get an unprompted version of events of what occurred Monday and your involvement, if any, without having to rely on that. You don't wish to do that?
No.
Okay, so do you understand?
Couldn't do anything.
Okay, and I'm not saying you did do anything, okay? I'm saying that your car...
I need to see that.
Martisha doesn't seem to understand how the interrogation process works. Showing her the evidence right away gives her the opportunity to build a story around the evidence. Besides, if she had no involvement in the shooting, it shouldn't matter what the evidence says. Her story should speak for itself.
So if I show it to you, then all of a sudden you're just going to start talking? Is that how that works? That's the magical formula to get you to... If you didn't do anything, I'm not saying you did.
You did. You said I was there.
I'm saying, yeah, well, because people are putting you there.
I don't care what people say. I need to know black and white.
Well, I want you to be able to tell your story. I want you to be able to tell your story. Well, no, I want you to be able to tell, not other people, and let the evidence tell your story. Your hesitancy, I don't want to say unwillingness, but your hesitancy to discuss what occurred on that is not a good look for you either. Okay.
Notice how Martisha's body language shows that she's shutting down communication. So the detective pivots to the other people involved, including the love triangle that has everybody's eyebrows raised.
But there is Facebook. People place pictures and they say what they're doing and all that stuff. And a quick rundown of that, you do have friends. Okay?
People that I've added on Facebook.
Okay, but people that you hang out with, people that you're shown in photographs with, people that you appear to be having a good time with, most people would consider those people friends. Okay?
Or family.
Or family, okay. So friends and family.
Or associates.
Okay, or associates.
Co-workers.
All of the above, okay?
All of the above.
Okay, so all those people, so you do have friends. I would even wager to say that you are in a close relationship with some people that you care about and that probably care about you. I don't know the fine details of it, but just gleaning over it, I think there's people out there on Facebook that you're shown in pictures with that you care about and they care about you. Is that fair?
Yeah, a lot of people.
Okay, but I'm saying specifically people recently that you're in pictures with.
Couple people.
Particularly a male and a female.
Couple people.
Couple people, okay.
It's obvious that they're both talking about Jasmine and Doug, but Martisha won't name them. She might think she's being strategic, but her refusal to even say their names only makes her look more suspicious, especially when there's plenty of public information confirming the relationship.
But you know who I'm talking about, so give me a little credit.
No.
Read my body language. Where am I at right now with it? Come on, give me. You are a reader of body language. Tell me when I asked you that question, and you gave me the answer you gave me, where am I at? Where's my body language at?
Wherever you want to put it.
Right, but, I mean, you said before, like, sometimes I get a little frustrated and all that other stuff, okay? I'm not going to trick you, mislead you, whatever, anything like that, and I'm not going to waste your time, okay?
Thanks, I don't care about nobody else but me.
Okay. So, explain then, why were you and your vehicle in the immediate area
Show me.
of a homicide? You want to show you on a map?
No, show me. That
Sure.
me and my vehicle was in the proximity.
Okay. What is it going to take, besides me just telling you what's it going to take? You want like an eye in the sky, like a satellite image of
Whatever you got.
whatever I got? Okay, well, I'm not going to do that right now. I'm not going to do that right now.
Okay, I have nothing to talk
Okay.
about.
Okay. Can we talk about your relationship?
No.
No?
I said at the house it was private.
Okay. What
Public
is
information that you want to know about my relationship is on Facebook.
right?
Anything else? I don't
Okay.
speak to. My mom doesn't even know.
Okay.
Rather than continue going around in circles, the detective takes up the challenge.
So this right here, Facebook.com, Martisha Williams of Impress Nails, which I can only deduce is you. Wow. So I mean, we're talking. Oh, Reg is who's Reg? Is that Mom? Was that Mom that we spoke with? Jasmine Webb, Doug Heath Sr. in a relationship. I mean, if I didn't know any better. And you're solid front to back. I don't know what that means, but here we see Doug Heath Sr. and Jasmine Webb pop up again. So who are they to you? Because it seems like, I mean, y'all are pretty close. I mean, in fact, I don't know where that's at, but it looked like old Dougie Fresh got his name on you. Just give me the rundown. Who is Doug? What does Doug mean to you? You ain't got to talk about Doug, but what does he mean to you? He didn't mean it to you? Okay. So all this is nothing?
It's whatever you want to take it as.
Tatted so I know it's real. 6 months and counting.
Yeah, that's what it says.
At this point, it's hard to say if Martisha even realizes how bad she is making herself look. Maybe she picked up the avoidant teenager act from her students, but it's not going to do anything against law enforcement.
So what am I looking at?
What are you looking at?
Mm-hmm.
I can't decide that until you're, well, I mean, I guess you're right. I could go on what everybody else says or will say, all the information, whatever. And I told you, I mean, right now it doesn't paint a very good picture. However, I think it's important that you provide your context, okay? I mean, are you a killer? Tell me, answer that question for me. Are you a killer?
I'll plead my case whenever I'm charged with something.
Okay, do you consider yourself a killer?
Yeah, I kill animals. I kill
Okay,
bugs.
would you kill another human being?
Yeah, if I had to.
If you had to, okay? What if you didn't have to? Would you?
Who knows? I could be driving a car and kill somebody.
Okay, on an accident and all the other stuff. But I'm saying, would you willingly take someone's life?
I don't think anybody I associate myself with willingly take someone's life.
Okay. So building on that, I'm telling you right now, people you associate with did take someone's life. And if you're telling me it wasn't willingly, then that's some stuff we have to discuss.
I didn't say anything. I said people I associate. How many friends do I have on there?
Okay.
All of them are associated with me.
Okay. I'm telling you, people that you are in a lot of pictures with, I love you, this. I'm telling you, these people.
That's just in one thing that I posted a whole bunch of pictures at one time.
Okay. I mean, May 14th was a banner day. I get it. But you're not giving me anything beyond that. You're like stonewalling me, and you're like, I don't want to talk about this, I want to talk about me or whatever. And basically we're
I
sitting
don't
here.
even talk about me.
What?
I don't even talk about me.
Okay. Since you want to talk about you, that's fine. Tell me what you were doing Monday during the day.
Can't answer that. I can't
What?
remember what I did yesterday.
Okay, so Monday would have been the first day of the week.
I had a doctor's appointment.
You had a doctor's appointment on Monday?
Yeah.
Where was your doctor's appointment at?
Ooh, my doctor. Citra.
Okay, and what time was that doctor's appointment?
I don't remember.
Okay, was it in the morning? Was it in the afternoon? So it was either in the morning or the afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
Did you drive yourself or did you ride with someone?
His tactics may not be the most effective, but you've got to commend this detective for his patience. What Martisha doesn't know yet is that her strange behavior isn't just hindering the investigation. It is going to actively work against her during the trial, as the detective is about to make clear.
You drove yourself?
Yeah.
Did anybody go with you?
Nobody.
Nobody went with you? And how did you get there? Did you take your car or did you take someone else's car?
My car.
Okay. So you drove yourself. Did anybody else on Monday drive your car? Anywhere?
Yeah.
Who?
I'm not talking about nobody else.
Okay.
But I told you at the house that I'm not the only one who drives that car.
Okay. Who else drives that car?
I'm not talking about nobody else.
Okay.
Facebook is a show.
I believe, Martisha, I believe I was wrong about you. I believe
I'm
my
sorry.
my initial impressions of you, I was wrong.
I told you there's 5 of me.
Okay, well, all 5 of you, if I've interacted with all 5 of you,
You haven't.
I was wrong about all of them
I'm sorry.
because I tried to convince myself that you were a person who maybe was not as involved in this incident as maybe some of my colleagues have led me to believe, and who I felt was willing to take a chance on.
You can believe a lie, you can believe the truth.
Okay, well,
Or you can believe the facts. And I haven't received any facts.
Now, this detective is going to show Martisha some facts that hit closer to home than anything they've talked about so far. But will it be enough for her to finally start taking things seriously?
you know what? I will give you facts. I'm going to give you facts. Dear Mama, where are you? Please come back. We miss you. Are you hurt? Has your phone died? What about Big D and Miss Jasmine? Where are they? Are they hurt? By the way, we were with Nanny, or Nani, I don't know. We have clothes and stuff, but you will be right here. Part 2. Mama is okay, thank God, but I still want to talk to her. Still nothing from Big D or Miss Jasmine, but I hope they're okay. Even though Mama got a new phone, I can ask Nani if I can get it. I miss you a lot, Mama. I remember when you tried to protect us from all the gunshots. Locked in the trunk, and after that day, you guys were gone. Please come back. We need you. All of us. I remember you said for us to stay strong, and I don't think I can any longer. We need you. Part 3. We need you. From the top of my head to the bottom of my heart. Why did this have to happen? I was not ready for you to leave. I'm too young to lose you. Please, please come back. We all know it was wrong for y'all to bring us. If anything happens, we are praying. But all we ask for is you to come back. Just please come back. That's all we ask.
Let me see that.
I don't have to show you anything anymore.
You ain't gotta show me
I don't have to show you anything anymore.
My name's Martisha.
It's a shocking juxtaposition. The words of scared children being read to their 30-year-old mother, who is acting like a child herself. And yet, hearing those statements barely seems to trigger a reaction from Martisha.
Just got word. It's like I don't have to talk to you anymore. We made the arrest we needed to make. So you can just hang out and we'll go from there. What's up?
I don't wanna hang out.
Well, guess what? You're not. You are hanging out now. You are not free to leave. You are being detained.
What am I being charged with?
Right now, it is as it sits, unless anything changes. You are looking at murder, accessory after the fact, endangerment,
Accessory after the
endangerment, which will fall under the statute.
I'm not talking anymore because you are.
Well, you didn't do anything to help your case when you were talking, so I don't know why.
You told me I didn't have a case. You told me I wasn't being convicted of anything. You just wanted to talk about me.
I told you that I had a belief. I had a belief that you did. I had a belief.
Representation, because you're using wordplay. And that's not
I
what
told you I had a
we're here
belief
for, so
that I
I'm
wanted
like,
you. You're not listening. Martisha, you're not listening.
You were not listening.
Okay? I told you that I had a belief that you were hopefully a witness to this. The way you have represented yourself and the way you have wasted your time and the way you've wasted mine leads me to believe that you have additional involvement in this incident. Okay? And when everybody else talks, which, trust me, they will, and they tell us, and you had this opportunity, you're going to regret sitting here because guess what? Your kids that wrote that letter, you're not going to see them again. I hate to tell you, except behind, like, bars. That's how they're going to see you for the rest of your life and the rest of theirs. Because I thought you were somebody who maybe made a mistake, got tangled up with the wrong people, maybe got taken along for the ride. I could not have been more wrong because you had an opportunity to sit here and tell me that, and you didn't. And I wasted my time, and I rolled the dice on you, and I was wrong. So that's that. I don't have to show you anything else. I don't have to show you all the things where you hit on the license plate readers. I don't have to show you the surveillance footage. It shows you in your car behind his truck. I don't have to show you any of that. You can see that when your representation gets into discovery. So that's that. You look at murder.
In the end, the detective got nothing from the mother of four, except for a much stronger conviction that she was more involved with the murder than he thought. But notice that he had mentioned they had finally made the arrest that mattered, and the subject of that is Martisha's alleged romantic partner, Jasmine Webb, the woman who sits at the center of this entire drama. Jasmine's demeanor is going to be very different to Martisha's. But do you think she'll give investigators the information they need?
Before we get started, I'm going to read you something. Obviously, you're here not freely. You were probably brought here in handcuffs, all right, and you were placed under arrest. I'm going to read you your Miranda rights. Have you ever been read your Miranda rights before?
Yeah.
Okay. That's just so we can have an open dialogue. I like to tell you why we're here.
I like your keychain.
Oh, do you?
Over that heart.
Yeah, he's a Seminole too, so that's good. We don't get a lot of Seminole fans in Gainesville, so.
Oh, I'm that heart.
All right, well, good. And I'm easygoing. I want to try to help everybody. That includes victims, witnesses, and suspects or defendants, okay? I don't like putting people in jail if they don't belong there, all right? We obviously had enough to put you here, but we need to fill in the blanks. I would like to think that you're a good person, and you probably have some story to tell us, okay? I will tell you that I've spoken to your sister, okay? So...
Ariel?
I believe so, yes. So, they're concerned, okay? But from what they told us, it made you look in a good light, okay? So before we get started and then diving into questions and stuff like that, I'm going to read you something. Just listen to me, and after there'll be a question, and then we'll go from there.
Once her Miranda rights have been read, they jump straight into the matter at hand.
Why am I here?
Okay, so an incident occurred in Alachua County, or I wouldn't be here, where there was a shooting, okay? Like I said, I'm a straight shooter, so I want you to be a straight shooter.
Spit it out.
Somebody died during this shooting. You were identified as being there, okay?
By who?
I'm not going to tell you that yet, okay? Because like I said, in order for me to believe you, I need you to tell me things, one, that I already know, just so I know that you're not lying to me.
Okay, so there's a guy named Smoke.
Guy named Smoke.
That I was affiliated with.
And what's his real name?
Derek Smith.
Okay, so I know now that part of it is true. Because I know Smoke. We've talked to Smoke, okay?
Him and Doug got into an argument.
Okay.
On the phone.
Right.
This isn't the first argument.
Okay.
They've argued several times.
Okay.
He sent text messages. Smoke has sent text messages.
Okay. Between
the two of them.
Okay.
And me and Smoke are fine.
Right.
Like, I've actually been trying to go see him.
Okay.
On a good level.
Right.
So why would I hurt him?
Just so we're clear, I don't believe you hurt anyone, but you were there. Okay? Like I said, I've already talked to your sister. I've talked to people that saw what happened. I'm not saying that you did anything to hurt anybody. But see, the problem is that we need to know why you were there, what led y'all to show up there.
I didn't go there.
Just like Martisha, Jasmine wastes no time denying the allegations. What she doesn't know is that while the police may not have enough for a first-degree murder case against her, they have more than enough to place her at the crime scene.
Okay, Jasmine, come on. Let's start off on a good foot. All right. I got people identifying you, positively identifying you as being there. All right. Like I said, I've talked to Smoke. Smoke is putting you there.
Of course he's gonna put me there because he think I did it. Because they were arguing.
He didn't say that you did it. He just saw you.
He didn't see me because I didn't see him.
Okay.
He's gonna say he saw me.
Who was there then?
I don't know.
All right. What else do you think they told us about what happened? There's a vehicle involved.
I promise you.
What kind of vehicle does Doug drive?
We have a black Avalanche. I have a black Envoy and a black Toyota Celica.
That's not all he has. He has another vehicle. And it's not just the Avalanche, not the Envoy, and not the Celica. Because the Celica is your dad's, for one thing. The Envoy, you already returned the license plate, so it's not even registered. The Avalanche is registered to Doug. So I already know he's registered that vehicle. There is another vehicle. What other vehicle does he drive?
Watch how she twists her hands and fidgets during this segment. Her agitation couldn't be clearer. Everyone in the room knows she's hiding information.
Come on, Jasmine. Your family's concerned about you. All right. I know when you called your sister. All right. I know what you communicated with. I know Text Now. All right. Text Now provides everything. Everything that you said on Text Now is provided to us. Don't make yourself look like you're trying to hide something because it's not going to help you. All right? I had enough to get a judge to sign a warrant for your arrest for first-degree murder. Obviously, I know what vehicle was there because, one, I got multiple witnesses, not just Smoke, seeing a truck and seeing a female inside.
Doug has a girlfriend.
I know. Martisha.
So what?
I've already spoke to Martisha. Martisha's in our sheriff's office right now being interviewed. She's talking. Doug is on his way to the sheriff's office freely because he wants to go talk. Don't let them tell your side of the story. I'm telling you, Jasmine, this is the moment of your life that's going to dictate how long you go to prison or not go to prison is right here. Don't be lying about stuff that I know is already there. I got Doug's truck there. I got Martisha's car there. I know how they got to Gainesville. I can track them through Gainesville to where the shooting happened. And I got somebody there putting you in that truck that's going to take a stand and say that to a jury.
Detectives already know that the softball tactic failed dramatically with Martisha, so they don't beat around the bush with Jasmine. Every piece of evidence, except one, will be taken out to convince her to talk. Things aren't looking good.
I'm the only one that's being charged with this murder.
As of this time, right now, yes.
Why?
Because you're the only one that was positively identified as being there.
How?
I already told you. Smoke told us that you were there.
That don't mean I was there, because he said I was there. He just assumed I was there. I didn't see Smoke.
Okay, but you're already lying to me, though.
How?
You didn't even tell me that Doug had a truck. How am I supposed to believe that you're telling me the truth now when you wouldn't even tell me that Doug has a truck?
The Titan?
Yes, the Titan.
He doesn't have it anymore.
He had it on Monday. I got it on video. Right from the scene. I got witnesses seeing that truck leave the scene. Multiple witnesses, retired deputies that live in that neighborhood say they see the truck. They described it to a T. The truck is not like a stock truck. You got tires and you got lifts. You got a cover on the back of it. I got that on video. I got that on tag readers. His tag, registered to him. You just told me Doug and Smoke are talking shit back and forth. Smoke told us that. Smoke told us text messages. And guess what it's not doing? It's not coming from Doug's phone. It's coming from your phone. The phone number you just gave me. So don't sit here and lie to me.
Like that, Smoke sent the text message. The last...
From your phone. From your phone.
He sent his message.
I know what he says.
What he said?
He asked Smoke if he was f***ing his girl.
Doug asked that?
Yes.
Through my phone?
When he was talking to Smoke, and Smoke told him yes. Okay. But come on, Jasmine. Your family's concerned about you. And your sister's told me more than that. She's told me everything that you told her.
What I told her?
What do you think you told her? I know what you told her. Tell me what you told her. Don't lie to me. She's gonna testify. You told her you were there. I got that on a recording. That Jasmine told me she was there, but she didn't shoot him.
My sister said that?
Yes.
The investigation is getting to Jasmine more than it did to her girlfriend. Now, the detectives are going to draw their final card. The statement from Martisha's children.
Would your phone be in his truck?
Would my phone be in his truck?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably because... Yeah, it would be. It was on the charger.
Okay. So if your phone's hitting in that area, so you're saying that your phone was there and you're not there?
Yeah.
But why would Martisha go up there?
We all a couple.
I understand that, but why? Martisha doesn't know Smoke.
She kind of...
Met him once or twice?
Yeah. Well, talking on the phone.
Okay. So did Marcia happen? Did Martisha?
Because me and Martisha the day before, like me and Martisha was supposed to go see Smoke because we were upset at Doug. Like we were going to go have sex with him.
Okay.
So I mean, why would I go and try and hurt somebody?
I'm not saying that you. That's what I'm trying to get to you, Jasmine.
I know.
I don't think that you wanted anybody to get hurt.
Y'all got me booked for murder. I didn't kill nobody. I can think accessory to a crime.
Well, that's what it probably is. That's what it's going to say, murder.
Oh man, I got 3 kids. Like I wouldn't hurt nobody.
Martisha's got 4.
Come on. What's your name again?
Detective York. So here's the thing, Jasmine. Martisha's kids are talking. They were there. Jasmine.
Well, let's all have a joint. Let's all have a joint conversation.
I got bipolar pressure, and
I know. Your sister's already told me that.
You kicked it.
The second they mention Martisha's children, Jasmine lashes out. She seems significantly more affected than their mother. But will it be enough to push her over the edge?
You know why we're here. You know what happened.
Okay, let's just say you weren't there. What happened at that shooting? You said that Smoke and Doug were talking shit to each other. What?
But they've been talking shit to each other for a while, though. So if something would like come on, he would have been. But it's not that deep to go shoot somebody.
I completely I believe that. So that's not something to shoot somebody over with. But somebody got shot.
What happened?
And we recovered a gun today.
Yeah, Martisha's gun.
Yeah.
So?
But it wasn't in Martisha's possession. It was in y'all's.
Yeah, because she left it.
Okay, so let's talk about that. Why did that gun end up in y'all's possession?
She left it there. When we were home, and we ended up home.
Now we're talking home, the 4036?
Yes.
Okay.
We got a phone call. Numerous of phone calls.
Okay.
I'm like, what? We did what? Doug goes, we got to go. There's people looking to hurt us because they think we did something.
Okay.
We left. We went to Martisha's. We left Martisha's. We came to Chiefland. We've only been in Chiefland 2 days.
Okay. Now,
Martisha was with us. She brought all her guns.
okay,
It was a big gun and a handgun.
okay.
I don't know what the guns are.
Right.
I just know one is silver and one is all black. I'm not familiar with guns. I've never, I'm not gonna lie. I shot a gun one time in New Jersey
Okay.
when I was with Justin. It was an accident. I was sitting in the closet and I pulled a clip out and I thought it was,
That happens a lot.
and I pulled the trigger and I put a big hole in the wall.
Luckily, you didn't shoot somebody.
Jasmine's claim that she only ever shot a gun once will be contradicted by her partner Doug, though it won't be clear who's telling the truth.
Where's the truck at right now?
I don't know. We left in my car.
Which that's the Celica?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We left in my car.
Was it daylight or nighttime when y'all left the house?
Nighttime.
Nighttime.
It was like almost morning. So it was Tuesday.
Okay.
It was like 6 o'clock in the morning. Because we kept getting phone calls.
From like your family and
Yeah.
right.
Saying that we did this and that. So we got scared.
Okay.
There's people looking for us. So then we get to Martisha's. And then she drove us to Chiefland. She was with us up until yesterday.
All right.
She left yesterday
Mm-hmm.
and came home.
Yeah.
Doug goes, take your gun. She said, no, I'm going to leave him here because there's people looking for us to hurt us.
Okay.
So she left her gun.
The trio fled their homes shortly after the shooting. Word had spread that Tyrone had been caught in crossfire, and multiple people wanted to track Jasmine and Doug down to retaliate.
I'm not gonna lie to you. His truck and Martisha's car were there. I 100% can prove that. Now, if you're not there, you know what happened. You and Doug have been together a long time. Y'all got kids together. You've told your sister stuff that she's told me. Don't call your sister a liar. She has no reason to lie. Why would she implicate you as being there? Why would your sister tell me that?
My sister told you I was there.
She told me you said you were there. Your sister's not going to tell me something like that that's going to put you at a scene of a homicide where an innocent person died. Smoke didn't get shot. Some guy that was just there visiting a friend from high school got shot and killed, who has kids. He had nothing to do with any of that bullshit. This is not going to look good when it comes down the road. Don't miss this opportunity to get... Tell me what happened. I need to believe, because I know Doug was there, I know you were there, and Martisha was there. What was the plan? What went to shit? Because I know you didn't go there to think you were going to kill Smoke. Sure, you didn't think you were going to kill Tyrone, I think his name, Tyrone Blocker. That's who died. He had a good job. He had kids that loved him. He had a family that loved him, just like you. We need to know what you know, because that's the only way. You want people to go down for it. Well, guess what? We need people to talk. All right? I know Doug's truck was there. I have a person identifying somebody that looks like Doug driving.
At this point, the police camera cuts out, so we've only got audio for the next section of dialogue.
An old man that has been living on that road for 50 years who called us because somebody had been shot, watched that truck go past his house and then leave, and watched. He could see the truck when it was shooting. That truck is Doug's truck. What happened? Who was shooting? Because I know more than Doug was in that truck. Because I got other witnesses seeing a female, seeing Martisha's SUV, seeing her get out of that SUV. I got her kids saying stuff. I got a letter, if you want to read it, from her kids. It's pretty sad to read. I'm going to be honest with you. Want me to read it to you?
But things are about to get worse for Jasmine. Wait until you hear the kids' statements. Sharing them is their last hope of sparking her conscience. But will it work?
You ready for the next one? I got kids.
I want to get out. Let me out, please. I want to talk to her. Let me out.
You don't want to talk to me anymore? Just so we're clear, all right? There was more to that letter, all right? It's very upsetting. I've read the letter. Just seeing your reaction, I know you care about stuff. And you care about those kids. But I don't want to put Martisha in prison or jail if I don't have to. I need to know who was shooting.
So you want to put me there?
I got you at the scene. I don't want you to go away for the rest of your life if you did not do the shooting.
I'm going away.
I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. The charges aren't going away right now. I can't make the charges disappear. So you can help yourself. Don't lie about. Don't try to protect somebody, because I'm telling you right now, Doug has requested to speak to us. There's a thing called self-preservation. Everybody gets an opportunity in these situations that I've dealt with. They either are going to lie to cover their own ass, or they're just going to just say nothing, thinking that somebody else is going to do the same. And then what ends up happening is that other person ends up saying stuff and putting it all on that person that didn't want to say anything. Okay? Why don't you want to say anything? Why don't you want to help you? Why don't you want to help those kids?
The statements do their job. Finally, Jasmine seems to take the detective seriously.
I got out of the truck.
You got out of the truck when?
At the store in Orange Lake.
Okay. Well, tell me that.
I never got back there.
Okay.
Martisha and Doug left. That's all I know. Doug pulled off and left me.
And then
Martisha's house.
And then Martisha follows.
Martisha followed.
And the kids were in the car.
And I got out of the store.
Okay.
And
because guess what?
They left me.
Okay. What store in Orange Lake? Because you have the. Are you talking about where 318 is?
Okay. There's the two. Okay. In Orange Lake. Mm-hmm. And then there's the two stores.
Right. You got the. I think it's a.
Okay. Wait. Look. There's a
fire station across the street.
The one down from the two stores.
So they let you go there.
They left me there.
Did they say? Is there a reason why you got out?
I got out to go in the store, and I said, "This is stupid. Where are you going? What are you doing? What's wrong?" Okay. I just want to go riding. I said, "Well, are you coming back home?" Yes. They were going 20 minutes.
Okay. You still want to talk to us, right? Now you want to talk to us more?
That's all I'm saying.
But see, here's the thing. I can continue.
Go to that store and see.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Then tell me that stuff. Because if I can put you there, I can probably talk to the state and probably. If you're not at the scene, I have no problem, and I'm sure.
That store.
Was there anything talked about why they were going to Gainesville?
They didn't go to Gainesville, really. I don't know.
I know they went to Gainesville.
I don't know where they went.
I can put them in Gainesville.
I don't know that.
Okay. What happened how did you end up back with them?
I ended up in the car. My teacher came and got me.
From the store?
I got home with Martisha.
You waited at that store for probably at least, I think, a drive time. I know when they were in La Crosse.
Martisha came back and got me in 20 minutes.
No, not happening. I can put Martisha in Gainesville at 6:51, and I can put her in La Crosse at 7:25.
What's La Crosse?
La Crosse is a town. You should know where La Crosse is. You're from Lake Butler.
Oh, you said La Crosse.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, I can put you there. I can put the car there.
But I thought it happened in Brooker.
It did.
Oh.
I can put both of their cars in Brooker, but then they passed the gas station in La Crosse after the shooting. And before the shooting, they're in Gainesville.
Jasmine finally has an alibi. She was dropped off at the store while Martisha and Doug took off somewhere else. But what Jasmine seems to have forgotten is that she's still got witnesses placing her at the crime scene. And her alibi doesn't account for that.
But if you're here, that's a good thing. Right?
I got it.
Wouldn't you think so?
I got it.
Would your phone be with you?
No, he pulled off with my phone. I told you my phone was
So
on
you
the
think your phone was
charger.
on the charger?
My phone was on the charger.
All right. So what happened to his truck?
That I don't know.
But he was in the truck that day. Did he drop you off in the truck?
No. Yeah.
Now I think you're just giving me a little bit. You know more.
I don't talk to you.
All right. Well, we're gonna go figure out what Doug is saying and what Martisha's saying.
Jasmine brings the interrogation to a swift end. She was a little more helpful than Martisha, but detectives aren't giving away whether it's enough to help her case. Next up is the man of the hour, Doug Heath, who has just arrived at the police station. Doug is the final piece to the puzzle, though detectives think they've already got a pretty clear picture of what happened.
It's my understanding you were running with Jasmine Miller, or Jasmine Webb, sorry. That's wrong.
I wasn't running. I got word.
Not running, I mean you were picked up around in her proximity, let's just put it that way.
Yeah, I heard people was looking to kill me.
Okay.
And my mother and my kids, so I protected them and left. What I'm supposed to do, stay.
Okay.
I heard people looking for me in Tampa, Reddick, all over Marion County, so
Good Lord.
I had to go where my family would be okay.
Right, I got you, and I can definitely appreciate that. You said you got a few kids, right? All that stuff, so you are a family man. I imagine how unsettling that must be to know that there's potentially somebody making threats on your life and worried about what they might do to get after you. Well, because of the nature of our discussion, the fact that Jasmine was picked up and all that stuff, I don't think you got any significant history that I know of. You're not a convicted felon, anything like that. But I want you to know, I'm going to read you your rights. It doesn't mean you're under arrest or anything like that. I just want you to be equipped with that before we go forward, because we might talk about some stuff that may, talk about crimes committed and people that were committed against and things like that. Okay? You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in court. You have the right to talk to a lawyer for advice before we ask you any questions, and to have them with you during questioning if you wish. If you cannot afford a lawyer, one will be appointed for you before any questioning if you wish. If you decide to answer questions now without a lawyer present, you still have the right to stop answering any time. You also have the right to stop answering any time until you talk to a lawyer. Understand all that? Okay. First off, appreciate you coming down. I understand today was probably a bit of a whirlwind for you.
Like I told them yesterday, I told my mom yesterday, when y'all came to my house, give me a call and I would come see y'all. Y'all didn't have to come through all that.
Right. Well,
But yeah, it was crazy.
a lot of moving parts, sometimes, it's the government and not everybody's on the same page, miscommunication and stuff, but on the same token, you could have reached out to us if you knew we were looking for you. Maybe we could
I didn't know
have.
y'all was looking for me. I've been watching the news.
Oh, okay.
I
Gotcha.
don't know you were looking for me.
Right, but showing up at your house, you knew something was going on.
You haven't
Maybe
been to
not
my
necessarily
house.
looking
From
you.
what I understand, you haven't been to my house yet.
Okay, but didn't you say somebody had shown up?
No, people told me.
Oh, people
were
told
looking
you.
for me. No, from
I got
my
you.
understanding, me talking to my mom, the police has not been to my house.
Gotcha.
So I don't know you're looking for me. If you
Fair enough.
have reached out to somebody.
Fair enough. That I misunderstood what you said. I apologize.
Doug claims they didn't know the police were looking for them. Hard to believe, considering that so many people seem to think that they were guilty.
Someone did get shot. Someone did lose their life. Do you know this individual right there? Does that look like Smoke?
Not me.
Okay. That's not Smoke. That's Smoke's good buddy. Well, I say like childhood friend. He was, I guess now, a traveling respiratory therapist, a father of two that I know of. I think it was two. I have to go back and look at five. Was it five? Okay, two that, okay, maybe it was two that had come forward and all that stuff. So this is a guy he's no longer with us, okay? He's got family members who are wondering, what happened to him. So we're trying to do the best job we can do,
Figure out what happened.
try to figure out what happened, and try to work through it. So, and what's really puzzling about the whole thing is this guy, much unlike our buddy Smoke, was genuinely regarded by everybody as a very likable, fun-loving guy, didn't have any enemies, was trying to do right, take care of his family, was actually traveling to pick up shifts in different places so he could take care of his 5 kids. 5 kids that are now without their father. Okay, and you know who's to blame remains in question, but certainly Jasmine's name came up. So I want to ask you about. I know this is the mother of your children. Okay, I know you've been with her for over a decade. Sounds like, I mean, probably. So you say you were at 35.
I've been with her since she was 18.
Right.
She's
so
32.
I mean, you're almost like childhood sweethearts. So I get there's got to be some sort of connection, in spite of the fact that when life comes around, you know, she goes her own way for a little bit, whatever. But then you kind of always find each other. So I can certainly appreciate a willingness to like protect her and look out for her. What?
It's way more than that. Right,
What is it?
A second, because it's like none of your business on this name, but her, and me.
Okay.
So like Jasmine, like pretty much just came back in the picture.
Okay. So there's that. What you mean? You got to walk me through this. I'm an old man.
You old man, you heard what I said. Her, Jasmine, me.
Okay. Like all the thing, or hold on.
Yeah.
Let me word this out.
So me and Jasmine is like trying to get back together.
Okay.
Right now.
But something else came along.
No, yep, Ben came along, and like it's not just 2.
Okay.
It's 3.
Okay.
So far, Martisha's name hasn't come up. It's interesting that Doug would choose to bring her into the conversation without being prompted, given police suspicions.
You heard? When did you hear about all this?
A couple days ago.
So a couple days ago. So since then, you've been kind of taking steps to ensure your family's safe and kind of not being where you normally are.
I heard this. I went to stay at my girlfriend's house. Then I went to my brother's house.
Okay. And by girlfriend, you mean the girl that's not Jasmine.
Yeah.
Okay. So Monday. Take me through your day on Monday.
Monday.
Like, take me, like...
I'm gonna give you my day.
Okay.
I woke up probably about 3 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
I walked outside and smoked. Was it 10? I'm out of 8. I don't remember technically.
Hey, I mean,
I'm out of 8. I came back outside. I smoked. Then at some point, Jasmine was like, "Oh shit!" and threw her phone down. I called Smoke. We argued.
Okay.
I went to my girlfriend's house.
Okay, so you had a little dust up with Smoke.
Maybe.
Via, like, text messaging, phone calls?
I called her. And maybe
Calling from your phone or Jasmine's phone?
Jasmine's phone.
Okay.
And I told him, like, pretty much like, bro, stay out of my life, because now he's bringing in number 2 into the situation. Like, I don't know how he knows about her. Well, I was on Facebook, but I should have did this. Listen, bro, I know you did all that. I know y'all had sex. I know y'all was in the camp. I know you did this. Like, all this stuff you're trying to tell me to make me mad. Jasmine told me, so why are you telling me again?
So it's like he's kind of like...
He's kind of like yeah, but...
Twisting the knife on you for whatever reason.
It's the second or third argument, so it's not like it's bothering me.
Okay.
Because the one that bothered me when he talked about my kids.
Right.
That was one argument. That was the
that
first
should be universally regarded.
That was the
that's
first
all
argument. That was the first argument. So this doesn't bother me.
Mm-hmm.
Like I told him, listen, brother, stop.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, I'm going to do this. Listen, brother, stop. Oh, you're a pretty pink. You want to me now? You keep talking about my eyes. Like, what, you want to have sex with me? You gay?
Right.
This is my words.
You say it to him, gotcha.
Yeah.
Just kind of like going back at him.
I said that long enough to this, and I hung up. I said, listen, I'm going to go to her house. You coming? Follow me. Whatever.
Doug is doing everything he can to make it seem like he wasn't bothered by Smoke's and Jasmine's drama. What he doesn't realize is that detectives have his and Jasmine's call logs and messages. They know he was bothered.
Okay, so you go
to her
number
house.
2. Okay. And then where's Jasmine at?
She showed up probably 10, 20 minutes later. I went to sleep.
Okay.
Because sometimes my medicine, my blood pressure was up then, so I took medicine and went to sleep.
So let me ask you this. So you go over to number 2's house.
Uh-huh.
Jasmine, you say, follows behind 10 minutes later. You say you took some medication, kind of puts you out of it, so you start falling asleep.
I don't know what happened.
And so then after that, you don't want to have it. So
I wake up to phone calls. Oh, what's going on? Huh? oh, this just happened. What? I'm asleep. I'm home. Not where home at, but I'm home. What's the problem?
So people start reaching out to you that night?
Yeah, like, I guess after that happened.
Okay, and they reached out to you on your phone?
Mm-hmm.
What's your phone number? Okay.
Which I don't have a phone with me right now, but that's my phone number.
Where's your phone at?
I left my phone. I gave it to Jasmine. She gave them to somebody to hold.
Okay, so
at this point, I know people. I watch enough TV to people, not just the police can track you by your phone.
Right.
And I don't know. I just heard it was this, that, and other people looking for me to make me safe.
So you gave it to Jasmine to do something with, just so you wouldn't be tracked down by people that mean you harm.
Yes.
Fair?
And like I said, I contact my mother every day. The police been there looking for me. So when they come getting in the car, and I will call them.
Right.
I just talked to her yesterday.
Okay, let's rewind back to Monday. So,
Okay, yeah, I wake up to everybody calling, talking about, oh, cuz they said you did this. I did what? Cuz I don't know where Brooke at. I don't know how to get back there in Brooklyn. I just say I don't know where Brooke at, but I don't know where that is at. Yeah, cuz it's hard to find. I lose. Yeah, okay, click. Then Jasmine calls like, oh, people say we was in Brooklyn. What you mean? Like, I'm asleep, dog.
let me ask you this: so, how does Jasmine have her own car, or does she rely on you for transportation? So, I mean, like, if during that period of time when you go to sleep because your medication and you wake up to get the phone calls,
driving, but I have a car. I have a few cars. She has a car.
but she'd have access to all of them.
Pretty much, or not all of them.
Okay. Has she made any statements to you to the effect of she took a car, ran up to Brooker, did what she did, and came back, and all that stuff?
Like I say, everything that I've told you that I've heard, that's what she told me. And I got calls from cousins, friends, family, homeboys out of town. There's people that are looking for you with your picture.
Right.
They got off Facebook. You need to lay low somewhere.
Right.
So that's what I did.
Notice that Doug completely disassociates himself from Jasmine, the mother of his children, and her actions. He's not implying anything, but he's not defending her either.
When's the next time, after all that, after this barrage of calls and all that stuff, that you see Jasmine?
Probably 20, 30 minutes later.
So 20, 30 minutes later, she shows up where you're at? At number 2's house? Okay, does she show up? Is she in a panic? Is she whatever? Do you know what vehicle she showed up there in?
No, because I haven't came out the house yet. See, at number 2, okay. At my house, I don't smoke in my house.
Okay.
At number 2's house, I can do pretty much
Whatever you want. Right.
So I don't really move at number 2's house. When I wake up, I smoke. I go back to sleep if I'm not doing something. So no, I hadn't moved yet. I haven't been outside. I don't even know if number 2 was there.
Okay.
I know I was there.
You were there. You wake up. Pretty sure nobody else is there.
Well,
maybe 30 minutes
they
pass
might be
by.
outside because like number 2's mom stays next door.
Okay.
So I don't know who, what, when, what.
So maybe 30 minutes goes by. Jasmine shows up. Or she's there. I don't want to say shows up, but she's there.
I see her.
You see her. Nothing out of the ordinary with her?
No, she just came. Everybody keep calling her phone talking about, I guess the guy name's Tevin.
Who, what?
The guy. His name is Tevin, right?
Oh, the dead guy?
Yeah.
It's similar. It's Tyrone. Tyrone?
Tevin, a guy named Tevin got shot. 6'3" guy hit. Like who the is 6'3"? I never heard. I don't know him or Tevin.
So a nickname was 6'3".
6'3" or something, and then she was like, that's something they call smoke. Okay, whatever. I don't know.
And number 2 did not come around?
No, she took me to meet my brother and dropped me off.
When's the first time you recall seeing number 2 after all this? After Monday night, after you see Jasmine 30 minutes later, you say you don't know if number 2 is there or not.
Number 2, I seen her before I seen Jasmine. I seen her like maybe 10, 15 minutes after I got up.
Does she know you call her number 2, or is this like?
I'm doing that in here.
Okay, gotcha. I was just wondering, like,
no, we're all equal.
I was gonna say they might give it like, you know, she's number 1, I'm number 2, but you're just doing that.
I'm keeping the differences from. You could stay on the same page with me because he's not talking to me; he's listening to me.
I appreciate it. Okay, I got you. Okay, I'm just.
So if I just say her and her, you'd be like, well, which one is her?
Right.
So number 1, number 2.
Well, number 2's got a name, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to tell me her name?
You probably already know it. You tell me her name. So if you want to tell me her name, then we'll start going by names.
Okay. Let's try Martisha. How about that?
Okay.
All right. Okay. So I know who Martisha is. Mm-hmm. Martisha now has a name, and she's no longer number 2. We don't have to call her number 2. She is. The 3 of you are in some sort of relationship that I don't understand. That is probably pretty complicated at times.
Perhaps the most unusual element of this case is the relationship at the center. So far, the 2 women in this 3-way relationship have remained mostly tight-lipped about their dynamic. But Doug isn't so secretive. At least, not about this.
It seems like a lot of juggling for somebody like me, but I don't know. You explain it to me. How's it work?
All together on the weekends.
Okay.
I'm with her. I might stay here 1, 2, 3 days. I might stay here 1 or 2 days.
Okay. And they're both cool with it?
Sometimes no, sometimes yeah.
Okay, so what happens when they're not cool with it?
It's crazy shit goes on.
That's what I'm talking about, the drama, right? That's what I'm saying.
It's not drama to me because it's like, chill out. You already know this is going to happen. You go like hell. Like,
how do you manage that? That's what I'm saying.
What you mean, how do I manage it? It's
like, I don't think a lot of dudes could manage that.
It's not easy.
Right? Yeah, that sounded. I mean, as appealing as it sounds like it's a whole bunch of.
It's like, sometimes, but like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, my family doesn't understand it, and Martisha's car was at the house. We kind of got into my grandma didn't want her car. She didn't want her. I don't know how that situation went. And after that, it kind of did it all bullshit.
Okay.
It's been like we've been staying in hotels, or it's Tatisha house, or here or there. Even through this, like, it wasn't unusual for us to stay at Tisha's house that night. It wasn't, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it wasn't nothing different.
Now, the detective pivots to one of the most important pieces of circumstantial evidence in the case, the black Nissan Titan at the crime scene.
If just on the off chance, if you were driving a vehicle, chances are it would be the Avalanche.
Yes.
Okay. And let's see. And
besides, my Nissan got bad brakes right there.
Yeah, you gotta be able to stop. People don't understand that. It's kind of underrated.
But the calibers went out like what's the last time we had a hotel room? Last weekend. So I haven't drove it since last weekend.
And if Jasmine was driving around, what vehicle would she be operating?
Whichever one she getting the keys to.
Okay, so she doesn't. You said that Celica, she doesn't drive that. She drives.
She really doesn't drive that much. It's in her father's name.
Okay.
It's not in her name.
Okay, fair enough. But she'll drive pretty much whatever car she's got the keys to.
Whichever car she got the keys out the right.
Jasmine is at your house with all the vehicles at her disposal. Okay. And then you go to Martisha's house. Jasmine shows up at Martisha's house in a vehicle.
She was in her car.
In her car. So she was in the Celica.
Later, I checked, and my truck wasn't there either. So, I don't know.
Your truck meaning your Avalanche or your Titan?
My Titan.
Okay, so the Titan wasn't there. When did you discover that the Titan wasn't there?
After all the bullshit.
So after all the calls, after all that stuff, you go back to your house and realize...
All I gotta do is call home.
So you call home and they tell you your Titan's gone. So question, where's your Titan now? Do you know where it's at now, or is it...
I have not.
Because your Avalanche is accounted for.
Yes.
Your Titan is MIA. What about Jasmine's Celica? Where's that at?
Last time I seen it was at Martisha's house.
Okay, so it was at Martisha's house.
When we left.
When you left to go...
Yeah, I had to take me to meet my brother.
Okay.
Now, he was in it. Oh, she asked me to come get it. I don't know.
So have you reported, is the Titan still missing?
I don't know. I haven't asked about it.
Okay, I was going to say, I mean, I would...
That's the last thing on my mind.
Okay, but
The first thing was on my... So, like, honestly, I was going home last night to look after my mom and my kids, so y'all wouldn't have found me where y'all found me at. Like, that's the last thing that's on my mind is where that truck is.
Gotcha, okay. But the last you knew, it was not where you parked it?
It was not in the yard, though.
Right, okay. Where it should have been where you left it?
Yeah.
Interesting, okay.
It is interesting. Doug's currently playing it cool, but the fact he doesn't know the whereabouts of his truck, which matches the description of the vehicle at the murder scene, has just raised another red flag for investigators.
So, I asked him a question. Can I ask you one?
If you can ask me any questions you want, I'm open book.
You asked me a lot about her.
Right?
Why am I here?
Why are you here?
Pretty much.
Because you're involved in a relationship with her, and your Titan is right there. So, yes, what we're trying to wrap our mind around is, would Jasmine have had the ability to take your truck, a truck that was missing during the time period, she's unaccounted for during the time period, she's beefing with this guy, witnesses on scene bring her up and identify her. You know, I mean, so that's kind of where you're being interviewed as a result of that. I mean, that's why you're here.
I don't know where the place at, so I can't tell you. I haven't seen me and him have a physical word-to-word.
Right.
I don't know what they had later or earlier before my time of talking to him. But like I said, this is not my first time talking to him. It's not my. I can't tell you.
But you know for certain that the Titan was there when you left, when you met Martisha at the end of the road, and you drove the Avalanche up there, the Titan was there. And then since then, you've called out there, and they said the Titan's gone.
No, but two, that could be.
And it could be back, it may not be back.
It could be at the mechanic's house.
Doug seems to brush off the possibility of his truck being involved. But what he doesn't realize is that it's far from the only evidence the investigators have gotten hold of.
So what if I told you that Jasmine's phone was in the area of the homicide? What if I told you that? What would that do to you?
You could do a lot of shit. Like, she could have been on my house. I mean, she could have. I don't know. Like, I don't know where her mind's at, so I can't tell you.
Well, but I mean, I'm saying maybe let's just take it a step further at a very specific time.
It could have. I don't know.
I mean, that's a mess, right?
Yeah, that's a lot of mess that
So
I'm entangled in because I can't
right.
answer all
And
your
I'm telling you
questions.
that vehicle captured on surveillance footage looks very similar, if not identical, to your truck, from what I know of it. And you mean to tell me that the real possibility exists that Jasmine pulled this whole thing off in this time period in which you're out of it, and since then she has not made any disclosures to you whatsoever? Okay, because you understand, if nothing else, there's the possibility exists. So let's just run with it for a minute that Jasmine did this.
Look, from what you're saying, it looks like a dog. No, what is it? Quacks like a duck. Looks like looks like a duck. Quacks like a duck.
Right, probably a duck. Right.
So, from what you're telling me, that's what you see.
Right.
I can't tell you you're wrong.
It's a shocking moment. Instead of vouching for Jasmine's character, Doug seems to accept the suggestion that she could be a murderer. What he doesn't understand is that witness testimony places him in the truck too, and his willingness to let the mother of his children take the fall is only going to make him look even slimier.
But what I'm saying is, it would be reasonable for someone who she has spent a majority of her adult life with, that shares children with, hear me out, that after an incident like that, she would make some sort of disclosure to you to the effect of like, even if it was just like nothing along those lines?
Put it this way. Since this happened, not out of her mouth, by somebody recording her, she found out a bunch of people she had sex with that she never told me about. That are closer than you and him to me. Like, you know, the stuff running through your brains close. I just found out and it happened. So you see what I'm saying? I can't tell you.
So she's not who you thought she was? Is that what you're saying?
Listen, she always who I thought she was.
Okay.
I always had my suspicions. Like, you know, if you have your suspicion, like y'all have your suspicion now, it's gonna come out or it's not gonna come out.
Right.
So I had my suspicions, and she told it to someone, and they recorded her, so it came out. Still to this day, she told me she didn't do it, but I heard it out of her mouth that this is what happened. Other than that, I can't say she didn't. I can't say she did. She didn't tell me anything.
And you've never seen her with a gun? Have you ever seen her shoot a gun? She know, like, is she familiar with a gun?
Let me think.
You ever been shooting with her? Like,
I haven't shot the new gun, like the new gun, that 45, the 40.
Yeah.
It's gonna come, it hasn't been fired yet. So,
okay.
Yes, we have been shooting.
Before, like, so yeah, she's familiar with guns, all the other stuff. So so it's not like shooting a gun would be completely foreign to her.
I guess not.
Gotcha.
Detectives immediately clock this moment. Doug claims he's gone shooting with Jasmine multiple times, while Jasmine claims she's only ever shot a firearm once, by accident. So either she's lying to reduce the appearance of guilt, or Doug is lying to make her look guiltier. But now the detective is going to bring up something else, the topic of his cell phone. And for the first time during this interrogation, they visibly touch a nerve.
So we still got to answer this question as to why. I mean, her biggest issue is the fact that it looks like your truck is up there, and her cell phone potentially is bad news for her. Is there any reason why your cell phone would have been up in that area?
It was in my truck. I have 2 or 3 phones.
Okay, but the one you...
Yeah, that's my main number.
5271?
Yes.
Is that the one you answered at the house when you started getting the barrage of phone calls?
No.
It was... You were separated from that?
It wasn't there. I got my...
So do you have it now? Because it's the number you gave me, so...
That's the number I get. That's my normal phone number. I do not have that phone.
So...
The number that I have, it's a new phone.
Okay, so if
I got a lot of people calling me.
So that number doesn't exist. So if I tried to call you on this number, I couldn't get you on this number?
No, it's not here. It's not with me. It's in Ocala.
It's in Ocala. Okay.
Yeah. The best number to call me from right this second I can give you is my brother's number, because I don't even know my number. I can give you my mom's cell phone.
What's your brother's number?
No. I got one question.
What?
Y'all finish me? What y'all doing with me?
We got to be finished with you first.
I know, but 9 out of 10, hypothetically 50-50. Y'all taking back where y'all got me from, I guess about to come get me.
I do not know the answer to that because we're still trying to figure this out. We appreciate you coming down.
I'm just saying, that's why I could give you a better number if you could tell me that 50-50.
What? So, because I need this 207-5271 explained, because you said that's your number.
Yeah, that's my number.
And if it was up in that area, it was in your truck, is what you're saying.
Like, when me and Jasmine argue, she takes my phone. That's the phone that is in her name.
Okay.
It's the only phone she can't take from me.
Okay. So it's like on her account or something?
Yeah.
Okay, so she gets mad at you, she takes it. So on the Monday, back to Monday.
I did not have that phone.
You did not have that phone, and you don't know where that phone is at?
From what she says, it's with her phone.
It's with her phone, and she hasn't told you where her phone's at.
Doug's strategy is becoming clearer. Now that he's been faced with a very significant piece of evidence, he pins it straight back onto Jasmine.
Here's kind of a dilemma. We have a possibly missing truck, a possibly missing phone of Jasmine's, and a possibly missing phone of yours.
I understand everything you're saying.
Right, but I mean, you understand, I mean, as an investigator, I mean, let's just switch roles for a minute, like that.
Like I told you earlier, It looks like a duck. It quacks like a duck. It's a duck.
Right.
What more do you want me to say?
But if
you want me to say, yeah, I know she did it. Yeah, I think she did it. She could have did it. Yeah, it's a possibility.
But
I cannot.
let me ask you this: could she have, I don't know, give her the thought to your phone's in the truck's up there, that you're familiar with the fact that you could be traced with your phone.
Well, I'm familiar with that.
Right. Like with your phone, if your phone pops up there, like why would she do that to you, or would it just be unintentional?
Listen, when we argue and fuss, she does things that makes no sense.
Right.
So
And
as far as she's cut herself and called the cops out, and she's been Baker acted for cutting herself, like she
Right.
sometimes psychologically is not sound.
right.
Doug is using the crazy woman excuse to shift the blame. Both of his girlfriends were willing to shut their interviews down when Doug was brought into the conversation. But here he is, selling them out as subtly as he can. But the detective has another ace up his sleeve. Watch as Doug's little narrative starts to crumble.
I'm going to read you an excerpt
What's the name
of a statement that was given to us.
Okay.
And I want you to tell me what it does for you, what makes you think. I was sitting on my front porch. A person in a black truck passed by with black wheels, and because he was the first to come by, that is what got my attention. He drove to the end of the lane and turned around and stopped. Turned around, I heard loud voices, but I did not see anyone. Then I heard loud gunshots, multiple shots, 8 or more. Then he started by toward me, and I stood to take cover for my safety because he was driving fast back up the dirt road. What's missing there?
She.
Yeah.
But I can't read. We got the
I could only see a black man with a beard. But the truck did have a black bed cover. So now, your truck, your phone, now we're talking your description.
How? I'm light skinned. Black. It's black.
Now watch how Doug's body language gives him away. He's fidgeting, and irritation is written all over his face. He's about to cross his arms, a defensive gesture. Not to mention his absurd claim that because he's light-skinned, no one would describe him as a black man, isn't convincing anyone.
You got a beard.
Jasmine got a beard?
Right, I mean, the he. So now we got to explain who's this male driving your truck. But it's not you. So make that make sense.
I cannot make it make sense. Like I told you, so I went to sleep. If you want to charge me. I cannot make it make sense to
And
you.
here's the thing. Like, in talking to you, like, you don't seem like a bad dude. Okay, I mean, when I say bad dude, like, I mean, you may be, like, bad on the streets, but you just don't seem like a terrible person. You know what I'm saying?
On the streets.
Right, okay. And I don't know anything about you as far as your reputation stuff. I can appreciate the fact that you got disrespected on a level that was just completely uncalled for. Okay, and I can appreciate that someone would keep pushing your buttons and put you in a bad spot to where you felt like you were backed into a corner and you had to do something.
I was backed into a corner when he talked about my kids. The other stuff is irrelevant.
But that part makes sense to me. In talking to people, I don't believe for 1 second that anyone intended to kill this man.
No,
Okay? I don't believe that you intended to kill this man.
No, I don't know that dude. Why would I shoot him?
Right? But you do know Smoke.
Yeah, I've heard of him. Seen him on Facebook.
Okay? I want you to recognize this for what it is, okay? We are in here. We are just some men talking about
What?
a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, a whole bunch of stuff, and I've been very impressed with your character, the fact that you were willing to come in here and speak with us. But I'm going to be very frank with you when I tell you that right now, your story doesn't hold water, okay? It doesn't make sense. And when we compare it to other people's story who was also there, and witnesses and so on and so forth, people are on the same sheet of music, okay? Self-preservation is a very powerful tool. People will tell us anything and everything to try to keep themselves out of trouble, and I understand that, okay?
The detective is tiptoeing around the elephant in the room. If Doug insists he wasn't involved, the blame falls on his partners.
You mean to tell me you want me to walk out of here and you want me to believe that Jasmine had everything to do with this?
I never said that. You did.
Okay, but if you remove yourself from the equation, all that remains is Jasmine. Well, that's not all that remains. I think we can agree that number 2 got a little mixed up in it as well. We'll read, since I'm in the business of narrating, I hate to subject you to this because I do hate reading this because it makes me pretty emotional and it kind of pisses me off, so bear with me.
The detective reads the statements from Martisha's children that we've already heard, hoping that this might prod Doug to tell the truth.
We all know it was wrong for y'all to bring us. If anything happens, we are praying, but all we ask for is you to come back. Just please come back. That's all we ask. So you can imagine how that drug someone else into the fold, someone else who happens to be sitting in another interview room right now and that we've talked to. So we can keep doing the awkward dance that we're doing and we've been doing. And look, I've tried to provide every explanation that doesn't involve you. But it all comes back to your truck, your phone, your description, your all this stuff. You're there.
Okay, well, sir, if that's what you believe, we have to deal with this in court. I told you what I was doing, and what always happens. That's all I can do.
Let me ask you this.
I don't want to go to jail. I don't want to be charged with this, but that's what you're telling me.
Let me ask you this. Do you want other people to tell your story, or you want to be able to tell your story?
I don't have a story. I told you.
No, I mean, when I say story, I'm talking about your account of the incident. I'm talking about when here we often run into this. Somebody's like, I don't want to whatever, and they tell us this and all the other stuff, and then other people are given the opportunity to talk, and they say some stuff, and they say stuff that doesn't paint you in a flattering light. And I've already told you there's the 3. Your relationship is complicated for a multitude of reasons. You know, one, you got 2 girls that it's hard to keep up with in the first place. When stuff like this starts happening, there ain't a whole lot you can really do to keep it from spiraling out of control. We got a host of evidence. Like, it's not just your car up there. We know that. That silver Kia that you talk about, whatever, it's up there too, and we know it. And it's no bull. I mean, so now, what you want us to believe is
You say you have pictures. Show me a picture of me.
Of
me.
Listen, everybody wants a picture of them.
No, I'm just saying. You say you have pictures. I mean, you show me videos. Show me.
What I'm saying is,
this young man died, and I feel real bad about that.
And you should. I feel bad about it.
Yeah, I'm a father, but
what am I supposed to tell his kids?
I don't know what to tell his kids, sir.
The detective knows there aren't many more avenues to take with this stone-faced suspect.
I guess at this point, the only thing I would ask of you is are you ready to go down, or do you want to drag everybody down with you? Because that's kind of what it's, I mean, an outside observer, it's like, are you just going to take down the whole ship with you? I mean, is Martisha's kids going to be without a mom? Is Jasmine and your kids going to be without a mom? Because that's basically what you're saying. You're going completely scorched earth. Like, it all. We're all going down with this. Right now. That's from where you sit. That is exactly the way you're ever. Whereas, not that I'm asking you to own up to something you didn't do, but if you had more involvement than they had, which on the surface, appears that might be the case, now's the time to get out ahead of it, not when you're talking about how my day in court and all the other stuff, because guess what? That means everybody's getting drug in there, everybody's getting charged with the same thing. We're all sitting there for however long, whatever, and all these kids are without mamas because you had an opportunity right here, right now, and you didn't take it. You didn't recognize it for what it was. You didn't get out ahead of it. You didn't show that, oh man, I completely f***ed up. Some guy got shot that we had no intention of shooting, and here we are. Because this was all I need from you right now is the fact that you didn't want to kill this guy.
Lawyer.
Okay.
Because that's where it's going.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what everybody wants to say. I mean, you're willing to drag two mothers down with you,
Right,
and your answer is lawyer. That's.
I told you what I told you where I was. You don't believe me. I can't make you believe me.
You can't make me believe you because it's not true, and you know it's not true because all the evidence points to that's not the case.
Yes, sir.
Sit right there. You're not going anywhere.
Yes, sir. I know.
I thought you were more of a man than that.
I gave you everything as a man, sir. You asked me to tell you something I can't tell you. I'm sorry to tell about that.
Well, when your day comes in court, I hope you tell Mr. Blocker's kids the same thing.
Three suspects, 3 interrogations, and none of them cracked. At least, not that day. While we don't have corresponding footage, Jasmine would eventually be the one whose conscience, or common sense, got the better of her. She later went on record confirming the events of that day. According to Jasmine, Martisha parked her car down the street, with her children inside, before getting into the truck and driving to the crime scene with her and Doug, while Doug shot out the back window with an AR-15, killing Tyrone Blocker. Martisha allegedly shouted, "Shoot, Daddy, shoot," during the incident. Once more, police reports show that during her time in jail, Martisha admitted to her cellmate that she, Doug, and Jasmine had killed Tyrone, and she had provided the gun. In November 2022, Jasmine Webb pleaded no contest to manslaughter charges. 2 months later, she was sentenced to 12 years in prison. Despite initially being the main suspect in the case, Jasmine emerged with the lightest sentence of the trio. In January of 2023, Doug and Martisha were found guilty of first-degree murder and attempted murder. Thanks to multiple witness testimonies, Doug was identified as the shooter, and Martisha received the same sentence for supplying him with the weapons. Tyrone Blocker was just attending a barbecue with childhood friends. He had no idea that a botched affair would lead to his death. Caught in the crossfire of someone else's relationship. These 3 adults walked into police headquarters believing they could get away with cold-blooded murder. But they were wrong, and their impulsive, selfish actions have now left 13 children, theirs and Tyrone's, without parents.